Okay, when you get to your screencastify, you're going to see your sheet where you're going to be working on, okay? But you also, I went ahead and I added some counters and a 10 frame to help you with these problems. So what you need to go and do is you're going to see this little pull down menu here. This little pull down menu comes down, it pulls down. And if you want it to go up, you simply press it and it goes up. But when you pull it down, there is a little box right here that says use the counters to find the sum. When I press it, it's going to take me to my counters. Okay, I have some counters here. But now it already covered up the NearPod, and I can see the NearPod is still open over here. Okay, so now I can click back and forth to go back and forth. I can do this. I can pull this lever up, this little pull up menu, and then I can go back and forth. But if I want to have them side by side, one of the neat things I can do is I can pull these tabs and move them over. I'm going to make my screen. I'm going to restore it. Okay, I'm going to make it smaller. This one is to minimize. This one is to close. I'm looking at this one in the middle. So if I click it, it's going to make it small. So now I can move these tabs around. I can pull it out and I can move these around, okay, to make them fit my screen. I can go here to the middle and make this screen smaller. I click over here and I can make this screen. I just have to find the little arrows right there and I can make this screen smaller, okay? And now I'm going to see that I have a little scroll bar down here. If I can't see this side, I can always come down here and move it over, okay? Now I'm gonna move this one a little bit closer so that I can still see my screen. And again, it should have the little scroll bar down here. Let me move it over a little bit. There. Oops. Just go back again and it does it again. I'm glad that happened so that you can see. I see the little scroll right here. Okay. You can move it over to make it so that you can see it. Okay. So now that I've got the two screens next to each other, now I can use my counters, my 10 frame and my counters. So the way I find my 10 frame is I look at my counters here and then I look at my tools down here. So I see the 10 frame is this one right here. So I'm going to pull it out. It's got to be in blue. And I click over here and it appears. It's still in blue, so I can click another one and it appears. Now, if I click it again to move it, it's not going to let me. I have to come back to my pointer tool so that I can delete it. Now I can move them around and I can delete them. I accidentally deleted one, so I come back here, click again, and there it is. In order to move it, I've got to have my pointer. All right, so my problem is 7 plus 4, okay? So I'm going to click my text tool, which is this one right here, and I'm going to type 7 and then the plus sign, which is right next to the backspace, the one that goes back, the one that makes your numbers disappear. 7, I'm going to press the shift. Look for the shift button, which has an arrow pointing up because I need the letter that's up. Shift plus 4. And then my equal sign is in that same space, in that same button, except I don't have to press the shift. Okay? So I'm going to use my counters. I can move it around because it's in the pointer. I'm going to use my counters to put 7, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then 6 and 7. Okay? And basically I just click and drag, click and drag. So now I've got 7. Now I need 4 more. So I'm going to use a different one, and you can choose whichever one you want, but I'm just going to use the squares. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can change the color of these squares if I wanted to, just so you know. Oh, I clicked on the erase button. So I'm going to bring another one. Okay, there we go. Let me bring the colors. There we go. This is the one I was looking for. I can change the colors to, let's say, blue if I want blue. And I click blue, blue, and blue if I wanted to. Okay. All right. And so now I want to go back to my pointer. Now I want to make a 10 because that's what I'm learning to do. In order to add these two numbers, I want to make a 10. So I'm going to start dragging these boxes, these squares over to this one to fill it in to make a 10. I'm not going to start in the beginning because I want to make sure that I'm able to count. In the first top or the first row is, well, I have 5. So I'm going to start at the end so that I can quickly see how many are left over. 1, 2, and 3. So now I've got a 10 and 1 left over. So I know that's 10, 11. So 7 plus 4 is the same thing as having 10 plus 1, which is 11. So 7 plus 4 is 11. Okay? And so that's what you're going to be doing. If you want to come back to this page, you can simply click over here. See how this little arrow, this moves, you can move it up. And now I can come back. All right. And now with my drawing tools, I can write 7 plus 4 is 11. Okay. Go ahead and try that.